There's a Harvard study that shows that if you reply to a customer within the first 5 minutes of their problem or their concern, they are 7 times more likely to stick around, and it improves your chances to close them as a client if you were doing a sales call. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to set up a masterful welcome email so that you won't neglect your customers and that your readers and your prospects and whoever signed up on your list are glad that they did so. And if you stick around to the end, I'm gonna give you something that make it super easy for you to execute on this. Back with another video. If you're not familiar, I'm Quintel. I founded Good Part & Company, a plant-based health cafe located right here in Baltimore, Maryland, and went on to become the first wellness cafe partner and operator at Johns Hopkins. And off the success of branding and marketing that, I launched Green Book Digital, where I help service-based entrepreneurs and creators do digital strategy and email marketing so that they can own and monetize more of their audience and not have to rely on social media or just referrals. So listen, in 2025, all business is online business. It's very few businesses that aren't online or don't need to be online to make money. And the ones that don't, they either super old school and don't need it for transactions, or the other ones are doing transactions that we don't need to be talking about here on the internet, right? But email is foundational to business because it's the foundational way to communicate online or to get things moving, to set things up. You can't get an account on anything if you don't have an email. And so you're going to need emails, but it doesn't matter if you have a digital first business, if you have a retail business, a brick and mortar business rather, or a service based business, you're going to get emails from your customers. Even if you aren't actively trying to get it, they're going to give you that email somehow from signing up on some kind of form or something like that. And you should use that to your advantage and use that to over deliver and to serve your customers. And that moment that they sign up to your email, that is a peak moment, a trigger moment. That is a moment where you can do what I call a digital handshake. You can reach out, let them know, hey, I appreciate you. Thanks for signing up for the list. These are all the ways that we're going to help you get what it is that you want to get from my business. And that should not be taken for granted. That should not be overlooked. Because during that peak moment, right, during that trigger moment, that is a time where you can get them to take the next action that you want them to do. So the next action is going to be a click, but you want them to click in the right direction. It could be to check out more content. It could be to purchase a new item, right, to make a new sale. It could be a small sale. It could be to book a call. But when they sign up, you hit them with the email. It's delightful. It's a bit dopamine. Everybody's on their phone. The email's popping up. They're going to check it like, oh, I got a welcome email from whatever business I just signed up to. Let me see what they're talking about. Or you signed up for an actual free resource, a lead magnet or something like that. And so you get the welcome email. And then you're happy because the thing I signed up for hit my inbox. I can get to this during the time that's best for me, but at least I know it's there and they let me know it's there. So it starts to build a certain level of trust and a relationship with your customer or potential customer, or even if they're just a subscriber. You want to start making that connection early, and so they can expect to be hearing from you and not feel neglected, and increase your chances of getting them to take the action that you want. Now, with most business owners, especially those that aren't digital first business owners who have like online specific business like e-commerce or online coaching or selling digital products, they overlook email marketing. And it's a lot of times it comes down to the fact that they're busy providing the service that they offer, so they don't have time to do the emails. They don't really feel like setting up the automations, or they can't figure out how to set up the automations. But all of those things are really important. And trust me, if you take the time to put together a good welcome email, it doesn't even have to be a full welcome sequence, right? It doesn't have to be multiple emails. Just one welcome email can make your customer feel acknowledged, feel like, okay, this person knows that, or this business knows that I'm here, knows that I'm interested, and they already started to show me exactly what it is I want. They got me one step closer to the result that I'm trying to get. Once you dig in and you get that done, you're going to be on your way. Now listen, this is not a bunch of lip service, right? I legit been using email in my businesses for 20 years and for 14, 15 years as an analyst for the U.S. government. Like, soon as I signed up and as soon as I started working at SSA, they give you all these types of free courses and trainings and workshops and stuff that you can sign up for. And one of the first ones was professional email writing for the analyst division that I was in. So I went and took that. I got a whole book. I don't know where it was, but I thought it was cool. One reason is because the guy who actually hosted the course, who instructed the course, was a younger black guy. And I was like, he looked like me in a couple years. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, so I'm listening, I'm being attentive. And it really did help me get a lot more things done, knowing how to write professional emails for my peer group there. But when it got into selling, you got to know a bit more about copywriting, right, and direct response marketing and all of those things. So when you can incorporate all those things, you put together a little bag and you understand what the end result is, and you understand what your customers' problems are. You put all those things into your email, and it's going to start producing for you. So you want to set up your welcome email. I used it for my cafe. I used it for my health coaching. I've used it for my clients now that I do email marketing. And now I'm about to help you. I'm going to show you exactly what I do. I'm not just going to tell you that it works. I'm going to show you how I make it work for me. So we're going to tap into what I call the frame and the feel. This is the actual framework that I use. So I go through these checklists when I do welcome emails to make sure I'm hitting on all the right things that's going to get the people that I'm talking to, or get the subscriber that I'm trying to talk to, that I'm trying to connect with, that I'm trying to build a relationship with, that I'm trying to help. All the things I go through to make it happen for them. Hey, I want to interrupt this video real quick to tell you about Welcome Email Mastery. I come across so many businesses, either as a customer or as a consultant, to help with email marketing, that leave so much money on the table. Like, they straight up just don't even care about their list or their subscribers. That welcome email can start the process of building trust and shortening the sales cycle for anything that you have to offer that's going to help them get the result that they want. So I put together a free email and video training to help you write a masterful welcome email that's going to excite the people who subscribe and turn them into clients, customers, and your community. So click the first link in the description, get free access to the Welcome Email Mastery training, start leveraging your email list like a pro. Now back to the video. And the frame part of the checklist, this is the bones of the email, right? The actual structure. This is what's holding the email up, laying it out, giving it the full position, right? The stature. This is what it's hitting for. This is how you line it up, right? Kind of line by line. You can actually outline it, which is what I do. I just lay out the actual email by the elements of this checklist, and then I just hit on each part that I need. Now, you don't need every part of this checklist. I'm going to go through all of them. You don't need every part, but there are some really essential parts. So we start off with the subject line with the hook. It's the very first part. Then you got your warm personal greeting, quick introduction, tell them what to expect, right? And then you have the call to action. So you can just stop with those 5 right there. But if you're really being smart, and depending on what you're offering, you want to give a bit more information. If it's something that's built around your personal brand, or you made these acquaintances all on a personal level, so this is a welcome email to a personal relationship, you want to let them know what you do without bragging, right? So you want some social proof, a little bit of credibility. No, I can't say that. You want to add a bit of a personal touch, so your personal humor, your personal interest. You want to share something about yourself so they can feel like they know you, because email is, like I say, one-to-one at scale. It's one person reading this, one person receiving this communication, so you might as well go ahead and talk to them like you're talking to somebody that you actually know and care about, right? Or know and like, we'll say that. You can also touch on foreshadowing or promise what it is that you actually plan to deliver, whether it be through your business, through your email communication, or if it's a newsletter, what you plan to deliver through the newsletter, those types of things. Let them know what they can expect. Give them an easy out. Everybody don't want to be on the email list. If you gave away some kind of digital download or a lead magnet, some people just want the lead magnet. Acknowledge that. Hey, if all you wanted was the resource, that's cool. If you want to unsubscribe, click the button at the bottom, something like that. Or they may have accidentally got the email. I don't know how that happens, but it does happen. It's happened to me before. Make it easy for them to unsubscribe. That's just the courteous thing to do. Okay, give a closing thought, give a signature. You can end with a warm note, possibly a PS, some kind of recognizable sign off. I like to end with a lot of PSs because people skim through emails, so they know what PS looks like, and they know that you're going to leave something important there. People are trained to know that PS means whatever come after this PS is kind of important, or you'll find it beneficial, you'll find it helpful, you'll enjoy it, it's entertaining. People know what PS means. You don't want to burn out the PS section, but you could offer a PS. And you could put all of these in a welcome email. It's going to be pretty lengthy. So if you know how to write well with flow and get people from the first sentence to the next sentence to the next sentence, then you can add as much of this as you want, right? As much as your heart desires. But this is the frame. This is the bones of your welcome email. Gotta have your subject line. Gotta have a greeting, quick introduction. Let them know what to expect, and then give them a call to action. And then you gotta have a closeout. Okay, so you need those things there. Everything else in between is kind of optional. You can make it short, you can make it a little bit long. That's the frame. Now, the feel, that is the more subjective part. The feel is the soul of the email, right? How does this email feel? Do I feel like I'm connecting with this person or this business? Is the business connecting to me? Are you writing in a tone that I like, right, as a customer, or that represents my demographic? So we're going to go into the actual field checklist. Now, this checklist is a little shorter, but it's more fulfilling as far as how it's making the actual impact. So let's talk about the things you can incorporate to add feeling to your welcome email. So you can start with, you need trust and belonging. Look for where you can add lines for belonging and trust. And that means people like us do things like this. I got that from Seth Godin, but that's what all community ways people identify for communities. People who buy Apple products, they do these types of things. People who are in sororities and fraternities, they do these type of things. Do they speak a certain way? Do you talk about the type of things that you do? That's what belonging is about, right? So curiosity and surprise. You may hit people with a really funny or a cool meme, right? That's an opportunity to surprise people. You can pose certain questions that'll raise curiosity. Reliability and authenticity. First of all, you already got good favor on the reliable tip because you made a welcome email. That means you showed up for them when they didn't even expect it. Trust me, most people not expecting a welcome email unless they're a certain type of customer, because most businesses don't send them. But authenticity is, are you writing in a tone that's true to you and true to your business and true to the brand, whether it's your personal brand or a corporate brand or whatever the case may be. You want to be authentic to the brand, so you're going to use true language to yourself. You don't want to sound too informal or too professional or not too casual. Whatever the case may be authentic. Authority and credibility, that can go back to the actual frame where you put in the line to show credibility, whether it's some kind of stats on something, or maybe it's just a testimonial, like a quick testimonial or a showcase of some sort, or a link to an interview or something like that, right? Credibility, that's always helpful. And then excitement and transformation. What's the promise of transformation? That's everybody's buying something or investing in something because they want a transformation. They want a future desired result of some sort. How are you going to get them to that result? So think about where you can inject more of these things into the lines, into your email, like each line of the email. I'm thinking in lines because I literally just write like in like one line at a time, right? So these, the fill and the frame, if you think about opportunities for belonging, you can talk about that and what to expect, because people like us do things like that, do things like this, right? So that's a opportunity to put belonging. A warm, personalized greeting that can relate to authenticity, that can relate to curiosity or surprise. Social proof that relates to credibility and authority. Excitement and transformation, that can be more of what to expect, a closing thought, or a PS. Okay, so that's the frame and that's the fill. Now I promise you, if you're hitting on the frame, you got the 5 most essential things, and then you add in a bit of credibility, a bit of authority, a bit of transformation, a bit of belonging, right? Adding the right amount of fill, letting people understand that this email is coming from a real person. You add that to your email, you on your way. You're on your way to closing sales faster, or to building a better relationship or better connection to your subscriber, and then possibly building out a community, getting closer to building out a product that the community actually wants, or your audience actually wants, your subscriber list, right? However you want to describe them. But if you hit on the fill and the frame, you good money. I've used this. This, when I really tapped in, is when I wrote that powerful email sequence. I'm telling you, my juice bar is a 30-day email sequence to get people to buy my spring juice cleanse, right? And I realized like people sign up for juice cleanses at certain times of the year. But I wanted to get them primed. I wanted to get them ready. I didn't want to waste too much time. But I set up this email sequence, and right around day, like within the first week, I offered a discount, right? So there was a bit of a story, like a plot line, right? You can get a discount the earlier you order, and the discount decreases as time goes by. Like, I'm thinking ahead on all these things, but it's running automatically in the background. And yeah, that's a whole sequence, but it started with a welcome because the people was looking forward to hearing from me through email, because I would send a welcome email as soon as they signed up, so they know that my juice bar, Good Part and Company, was going to be hitting them up via email, and I let them know. And then, and it's the signature, the closing remark, I was there. Like, it was a photo of me in juice bottles. Like, it was super authentic. So I'm telling you, this actually helps. This really works. So you want to have a great welcome email as soon as somebody signs up to your email list. So look, I thought about making this video a lot longer so I can share more about what's been going on. I had a really interesting last few weeks since my last video upload. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm a lot disappointed in myself because I actually recorded a video, didn't upload it, and then I just let some other weeks go by. It happens to everybody, or at least most people who are trying to be consistent on YouTube. But anyway, I'm going to share my wins. I'm going to share my losses over the last few weeks, trying to get rolling and get things going in 2025. But I just want to focus on making this video valuable. I want to make this video impactful. So if you found this video helpful, If you plan on accessing the Welcome Email Mastery, click the first link in the description. And if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm going to check you out in the next video.